Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do what are we going to do? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. How will being a parent feel like to you? Like, are you gonna like it? Like, what's gonna be the thing you love about it? What's gonna be the thing you don't really like too much about it? We're gonna get as much information as we can. The timestamps are in the description. And just like choose whichever picture resonates with you, which is correlated to a pile. So yeah. If you have any requests, feel free to comment them down below. Okay, pile number one. So what is it going to be like for you as a parent? Like okay. So for you guys, for the overall energy, we got the Queen of Wands upright. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could even be like a Pisces, whichever. But I'm getting that with the Queen of Wands, it represents basically having courage, being confident, independent, focused, having a zest for life, determined, and joyful. So that's your overall energy as a parent. You're going to be someone who's like very joyful, kind of like happy about the choice that you made. I'm getting that you could possibly be someone that's like in the spotlight, or by the time you're a parent, you're someone that's like super important, possibly like a leader. Like, you could either be like the breadwinner of the home, or just like the person that does a lot, like, I don't know, does a lot of like the mothering duties, like either breadwinner or a stay-at-home mom is what I'm getting. But if you're not a stay-at-home mom, you could be someone who just has like a job that is demanding, where you're in the spotlight, you're a leader in some way, because you also have all eyes on you. It girl, congrats on the feature, babe. So what I'm getting is that, like, yeah, um there's going to be a lot of eyes on you in some way. This could even be possibly you having a lot of children, so it's like a lot of kids that you have to look after is what I'm getting. A lot of people that are reliant upon you. We also have the card compromise, agreement, reconciliation, consideration. So what I'm getting is that either you or the person that you're going to have this child with is going to be kind of like the person that resolves a lot of the conflict. This could be you, like, maybe I'm getting Libra or something. But basically, there could be like, I don't know, like, sometimes when children can be a little, I mean, I don't know, like, I've worked with children. I know how they can be sometimes. So, especially if they're like arguing with the parent, there may be like a need for there to be like a good cop, bad cop type of dynamic between you and the person you have a child with. Like, basically, I get that you're gonna be seen as the person that, what is it? Either you're the person that's like the good cop or the bad cop. So one parent is going to be the one that kind of like helps to break up like any of like the arguments, disputes, help each other see eye to eye, be like the mediator. There's going to be a mediator for one of the parents, and the other parent's going to be more of like um the person that has, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't want to say like, not like a bad parent or anything, but like the parent that's just super strict and stuff, and it's just they're trying to parent in their own way. So just kind of take like what type of parent you want to be, and that's kind of like how it will end up. Like, if you see yourself as more of like the person that's like a leader, people come to you for advice, you're usually the mediator in situations, then that's who you are. And your spouse or the person you have a child with is going to be the person that is more of like the one that gets into like the disputes with the children, possibly. um and then we have sneaky. So what I'm getting is that you could possibly have children that are like sneaky, like, because of the fact that they have like a strict parent. So like, let's say these will be the type of children that will like um get like a piercing without telling you, like kind of like doing stuff like behind the back. And I'm getting like this is like as they grow older and stuff. But it's because there's that one parent that's more like super strict and kind of like overprotective. And I feel like because of that overprotection, it kind of makes the kids kind of like curious and wanting to experience certain things, um but I get you as a parent, you're going to be like tapping into your inner strength. It's going to teach you a lot of inner strength. And you or your spouse will be the person to kind of like read books about how to become a better parent, how to stop your children from like keeping things from you. We got 444, possibly. I get that your children are going to be kids that are super imaginative. They love playing with toys. You could possibly have a son and a daughter. Um And they could just be super imaginative, and you may end up buying them like a lot of toys and like spoil them a little bit. So I'm getting there's like one parent that's like more of like the spoiler, like they spoil the child. They're kind of like letting them do whatever, and then there's the other parent that's like very very strict and stuff. So you may have to like try to find a balance within the parenting, so that one parent isn't really kind of like looked at as like the bad parent. Like I'm not saying bad parent, but it's like you know how children can be where I know specifically even for like my younger siblings. Like I don't have kids, but it's like with my younger siblings, if it could be as simple as like let's say there's like a box of chips and they're getting like you say, oh, you guys can get chips, and they get like 2 bags of chips. There's one parent that'll be like, no, just start off with 1 bag of chip, and the other parent's gonna be like, yeah, let them get as many as they want. It doesn't matter. But we also have strategy, planning, prediction, mind reading, and the thing is that you have to actually still kind of be strategic when it comes to having children. So I'm not saying that the parent that is like seen as a strict one is kind of like a bad parent, because I don't think they are. I think they just kind of like want their children to kind of like be careful. You want them to be you're trying to teach them responsibility. You're trying to teach them how to be more strategic. So like if you teach them to just grab like all the chips, you're not teaching them what's it called, like you're not teaching them how to, I don't know, just like save. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to save it. I don't know how to explain it, but one parent is just kind of like just the free one. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to pile number 2 though. Okay, for pile number 2, I'm kind of getting somewhat similar energy to pile number 1. Not fully though. It's a little different. For this pile, for your overall energy, you got the 7 of Swords in reverse. So that represents coming clean, rethinking an approach, deception, self-deceit, keeping secrets. So what I'm getting is that for you guys, being a parent, the overall energy is going to be possibly you trying to see what you should change in your parenting. Because maybe there's like, let's say you could either start off being like, let's say, a super strict parent, and because you're super strict, it makes your children not really trust you, kind of like scared of you, paranoid and stuff, having anxiety. But then you end up rethinking your approach, because although you want to protect your children, you realize that you don't want them to be paranoid or feel like they can't talk to you. So we also got the cards indulge, rest, flow. So maybe it's like maybe it's more so you deal with anxiety, and because of your anxiety, you're kind of super, I don't want to say hard on the children, but it's kind of like you're overprotective and maybe super strict. You don't really go with the flow of things. You're not really at peace. You don't let them indulge. But it's for like, I'd say, good intentions. However, you start to realize that your negative thoughts are kind of doing more damage than good. And then we also have the card idea, suggestion, and vision. So there could be either this could be your partner or an outside source, or this could just be coming to you from the divine out of nowhere, like a suggestion or an idea or a download that you should just kind of like trust in the universe, go with the flow. Don't kind of be too what's the word, too strict, or just, I don't know, stop. Like, I'm getting like controlling. Maybe you might end up starting off as being like super controlling and stuff, but then someone kind of like is able to give you a suggestion that maybe being controlling isn't the best for your child. And I'm also good because we have evidence, detection, investigation, proof. So it's kind of also giving like maybe like a parent that's like always like in a child's business, maybe like snooping through their phones or whatever it is, because you want to keep them safe and make sure that nothing bad is going on. They're not talking to any creeps online. I'm getting that type of energy. And it's because you experience certain things at a young age and you want to avoid them experiencing it. So it's like you're just kind of like super, super paranoid. Like, okay, the kid can't do this, they can't do that. And it's like, that anxiety ends up causing a bit of, like, possibly maybe it's like because of like how because of you being controlling, it causes the child, similar to pawn number one, to indulge in certain things, like or like keep secrets, kind of like not tell you everything because they don't want you to freak out or get paranoid, because they don't want you to like get angry. So they just or maybe angry is not the best word, but it's kind of like people, children not telling their parents something because they know that their parent is like either super controlling, super judging, whatever it is. And um yeah, and possibly like at first, and maybe at first, like it could be a thing where they don't really have a lot of like privacy for certain things, especially with the evidence, proof, detection, investigation card. You investigate, you try to really see what's going on because you don't want your children keeping things from you, but then they're going to still try to keep things from you. But then someone, I guess maybe you end up reaching out to someone. It could be your partner because we have marriage, sweet love, couple dependency. Maybe your partner is the person that they tell things to a lot, or you don't, or you're the person that your child tells things to a lot because maybe the your partner's the one that's like super anxious, paranoid and stuff, trying to keep everybody safe and, super controlling. It could be that. But someone gives somebody else a suggestion to kind of like just go with the flow, be at peace, just calm down, allow your children to, have a little fun, and that kind of builds a lot of trust, and it builds a friendship within, the children and the parent that's kind of controlling. So it starts off possibly a little bit rocky out of like anxiety and paranoia, but it ends up more of like a, it ends up working out at the end, because we also have sweet dream, satisfaction, comfortable, lazy day. So yeah, just something about resting and relaxing. I'm getting that you have to possibly ease your mind, relax, because you're kind of like stressing yourself out thinking of like the worst case scenarios and stuff, and it kind of like trickles down to the children and how they kind of behave and stuff, not wanting to tell you stuff. So yeah. Okay. I mean, that's honestly all. I don't really have anything else that's coming out, but yeah.